Hello, thanks for looking in on this video. Anyway, this video concerns another police misconduct case for gross misconduct conducted in this misconduct proceedings where took place in, I think it's July, August 2025 at Exeter, the headquarters for Devon and Cornwall Police, and PCs Grant Mackenzie and Dean Hunkin were dismissed for failing to give emergency aid, first aid, to a man who had a seizure in the rear of their police van. The incident took place 2 years ago, over 2 years ago, on the 13th of July 2023. They arrested a man called Reardon, who was arrested for driving under the influence of drink or drugs, and they placed him in the back of the van. And CCC footage, this case was investigated by the IOPC, the body that looks at police conduct, independent body, and they looked at the CCTV footage and saw the man arrested was trembling, and he visibly had a seizure in the back of their van. The police officers called out his name numerous occasions as they're driving along, but they didn't stop to check his health. They didn't look at him in any way or check that he was okay. But apparently what happened was he appeared to secrete a small bag of drugs and try to swallow it, and it got stuck in his throat. But quite some time took place before they got to their local police station, and the IOPC noted that when they arrived at the police station, these two officers had no sense of urgency to check upon the arrested person, Reardon's health. They just kind of left him there for quite some time. And despite they were aware that he hadn't been responsive for at least 7 minutes, they said. So it would appear that, you know, people who die in police custody take it very seriously, quite rightly. It would appear that these officers didn't show sufficient care for the person that they'd arrested. They hadn't searched him properly, it would appear. But also, it would appear that, you know, one of them, at least one of them, the one not driving, should have been looking after this man and making sure he was okay and been with him. But they were both sat at the front, and when they arrived at the police station, they didn't really, it took quite some while before they took action, that they realised how seriously ill. It was like they thought, you know, either they didn't care or they thought he was playing up or something. So there are quite a number of these cases, and again, it takes quite some time for people to be dismissed. It took 2 years after the incident. You know, it wouldn't happen in another job, would it? But there we go. Just shows that, you know, people deserve to be respected. People's lives deserve to be respected, irrespective of what crime they've done. Anyway, all the very best now, and thank you for looking in, and do write in with your comments. Cheers now. Bye-bye.